How many of these are illegal?
Our
Based on this one, how many of these are what does not follow the regulation set forth in the BPO?
yeah, so this for sure, well, for the cigarettes, this for sure is not,
Cigarette,
this is not right, because there's no graphic health warning, there's no tax stamp.
So that's the
on it as
illicit
well.
one.
Yes, we suspect that this is, I mean, yes, it's very explicitly illicit, but yes, this would be an illicit product. But then there are certain products as well that are not fully compliant, so that's how we would categorize them. So this one is 0% compliant, at least when we're looking at the graphic health warning side, because we also assess the same products for graphic health warning compliance. So this product in particular we found was not compliant at all. And then there are also other products that are not compliant, so this wouldn't be compliant in terms of graphic health warnings because there are no graphic health warnings available. This technically should not be fully compliant given that they just cover the original flavor descriptor. So it would be ideal if the actual packaging itself showed the true flavor descriptor. But then there's also quite a few ambiguities in the policies that in this case, for example, like there's not much specification on like should the descriptor be on both the packaging and the device or just one or the other. So there's also still some ambiguities that merit that question of whether they're fully compliant or not.
Sa amin, no, sa mga physicians, talagang this is really very alarming kasi nakikita namin na isa sa bawat 7 kabataan ang gumagamit na ng vape. And we are afraid na we will have a vaping epidemic.
Quantify po natin kasi nasabi nyo kanina na marami na po kayo na experience na mga kaso ng sabi na natin or possible kasi hindi pa natin malalaman kung e-valley siya kung hindi pa na probable e-valley cases. So quantify po natin, are we seeing po ba an increase since year over year or mga may comparison po ba?
For now, kasi like yung mga inano natin na 6 na sinasabi namin na kaso ng mga
yung confirm.
Yung confirm because wala kaming ibang nakikitang dahilan para mag-explain yung mga symptoms ng mga pasyenteng ito. 6 yan since 2020, as of 2023, hindi pa namin alam yung ngayon sa 2024 kung ilan yung mga nakikita na ganitong kaso. Kaya ngayon talagang kami ay talagang puspusan ang aming information dissemination drive kasi gusto namin maparating yung impormasyon sa ating mga kababayan, lalong-lalo na yung mga magulang, pati yung mga kabataan natin na huwag silang basta maniniwala doon sa sinasabi ng industry na less harmful ang vape. Kaya ngayon ang sinasabi namin talaga na ang pagve-vape ay parehas lang ang masamang idudulot tulad ng sigarilyo.
Marami pa rin naniniwala din sa quote-unquote harm reduction daw na quote lagi ng tobacco industry. Can we elaborate on this po? Kasi hanggang ngayon marami naniniwala pa rin. And yun nga po napapansin ko nga po, parang mas marami po yata ang babae nagbe-vape ngayon kaysa lalaki. Kasi nakikita nila yung issue na harm reduction daw to. This is much better or much more nakikita nila parang safer daw than sigarilyo.
Actually, yung term na harm reduction, it is being misused and abused. Bakit? Kasi pag sinabi nating harm reduction, ibig sabihin, nilalayo natin sa masama ang mga tao. Katulad lang ng kung ayaw mong magkaroon ng hepatitis B, so nilalayo natin na ang needle na naturok na sa isang pasyenteng merong hepatitis B, dapat siguraduhin natin hindi yan maturok sa ibang tao. That is true harm reduction. Pero dito sa vape, hindi siya talagang harm reduction kasi hindi mo nilalayo sa masama ang mga tao. Ang sinasabi nila parang nile-lessen lang ang harm. But that is not true harm reduction. Pangalawa, hindi naman talaga nila mapapakita kahit anong scientific evidence na talagang less harmful. As I've said, and I will repeat this over and over again. Ang vaping is equally harmful as smoking.